Now we move on. Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei is striking a defiant tone as talks with the United States get underway. Khamenei says Washington will not succeed in destroying Iran and called any attempt to predetermine the outcome of negotiations idiotic. He has also pushed back against claims of U.S. military superiority, saying even the strongest armies in the world can sometimes be hit so hard they cannot get back up. These statements come as both sides signal caution and tough posturing, with no immediate details on the agenda or potential breakthroughs expected from the opening phase of these talks. The comments were carried by Iranian state media as diplomatic engagement begins. Let's listen into what he has shared.
رئیس جمهور آمریکا در یکی از صحبت‌های اخیرش گفته که 47 ساله که آمریکا نتوانسته جمهوری اسلامی رو از بین ببره. شکایت کرده به مردم خودش. 47 ساله که آمریکا نتوانسته جمهوری اسلامی رو از بین ببره. این اعتراف خوبی است. بنده میگم تو هم نخواهی توانست این کار.
Now for this discussion, we welcome Mr. Peter Baum. He's the editor at Weekly Blitz, joins us live from London. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now looking at this, it seems like both Iran and US are not backing off on their demands. What are we to expect from these talks then? And especially as, these kind of statements are issued by Iran.
Yeah. Don't forget the Iranians aren't making any demands. The Iranians are responding to the demands made by the Trump administration, and those demands have remained consistent since the start of negotiations. And let's just reflect what those US demands are: to stop enriching uranium, to stop production of ballistic missiles, to stop weaponizing and supporting proxy groups, and to stop the clampdown on the domestic protesters. The US have been consistent with that. The Iranians have tried their best to delay the negotiations, which they have, but that suits the Americans because all their military hardware is not yet in place for any action if needed. And it suits the Iranians, who are vying for time in the knowledge that they cannot withstand any kind of military onslaught from the Americans, probably supported by the Israelis. So the rhetoric coming from the Ayatollah and various members of his cabinet is to be expected. It's designed to placate the hardliners within the Iranian administration. I'm rather surprised at the language used. It seems almost puerile coming from the Iranians, which we haven't seen before. The demands of the Trump administration have been consistent from various members of the of his team, whether it's Witkoff or Marco Rubio more recently, and Lindsey Graham, who has been visiting Israel. So I think the Iranian statements, as I say, seem to be rather childish, rather puerile, but designed to give some kind of comfort to the hardliners within the regime.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baum, for sharing that insight. We are cutting across now. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron are addressing the press. Let's cut across.